Hello everybody, Ash here, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft. In today's episode, we're going to start by making friends with a couple of these guys down here. I'm just down in the mines of Moria, copyright infringement. And these two guys just started randomly coming after me, so there we go. I've just got a small opportunity, like a window of opportunity rather, to record. Ow! Ah! Small window of opportunity to record today, as the wife has just nipped out for a dentist appointment. So I thought I'll take the opportunity to record a little bit of an episode. Come on. Come on. I don't know why I'm still jumping, checking the second one's still there. Of course he's still there. Yeah, anyway, so like I say, a bit of impromptu recording today. I haven't totally planned out the episode. Right, that's enough. Go on, down with you. Come. Why is this taking so many hits? Yes, give me your XPs. I don't want your flesh. Right, so we'll head up. No, fail. So the old water pool there hasn't killed me once since I made it 3 deep. Thank you very much, Rook. Time will tell, though. Time will tell. Don't be too smug. Alright, so the reason I was down in the mines was I bet that's the villagers we can hear. There's a little mincing around. Yeah, the reason we were down in the mines was if I'm going to do any recording, I need some stone, and I was basically completely out. So I'll just, first of all, I just did some mining just to get literally some clean stone. I'll actually use my Silk Touch pick just to get some clean stone, which I don't normally do. Normally I will, cook up the cobblestone. But, because I wanted to record quick, and I love you guys. I've wasted a bit of my diamond pickaxe. It's only a sliver, we're okay. Right, so we'll put that stuff away. See, all this ore, that's just waiting for me to get fortune. And then I'll get a bunch out of that, look. Once I get a bit of fortune going on. But no enchantment today, as I haven't had the time to grind. But let's pop up here. As you can see, look at that. Look at that. Where's my bow? I like the fact that with the new AI they won't just drop down on your head though. That's a good thing. Yeah, so tidied this up a bit. As you can see, we've finished up this wall. So this is how I've been eating through all my stone. And we've got some degree here of a little road network going on. Let me pillar up here. I think this is roughly the point where I pillared up at the end of the last episode, so you'll be able to compare some progress. Here we go. So as you can see, so I've trimmed back that whole area there. That's where there was a little pool there and a bit of a hill, so just flattened that out. Shows off how bright the damn grass is. Look in the jungle biomes. So bright, it's almost garish. But hey, back in the days when I started playing, all the grass was that colour, I think. Back in the old alpha days. So as you can see, this bit we already had laid out, but see, it's all properly filled in now. We've got this bit coming round here, and we've got 2 roads which, there we go, for zoom in, just fully head down all the way down the hill, down to Fullow Wool down there. Was considering putting in another cross piece somewhere across there in the middle. That's but if I can zoom in, that is where it drops down. So I don't know. The cross piece would probably want to be before that, probably across there. But that should pretty much do it for road network, I think, because all this bit out here, we're going to have buildings around the outside here. Here, this can all be buildings and everything like that. So that should fill it out nicely. If we head down, the one good thing about this plain unbreaking 3 shovel is that I can actually use it to go down dirt pillars, because we don't have the efficiency glitch that makes you get stuck in blocks. Right, so that's where we're up to. I've made my road network. We got a load of stone, and we are ready to start laying this out because this area land, this is all mine now. I have annexed it. It is my Sudeten land. But actually, that's probably not a parallel I want to draw. Forget that one. I don't even like blondes. So let's start off with. I'll leave that workbench just there for now, because what I'm short of to create all these buildings, we're basically. I think we're going to go for a similar style as to the chicken shop here, the clucking chicken shop. A mixture of this style and this style. I'm thinking like a stone frame, like the sides like this, stone frame with wooden interior. I wonder if I can bring that ball to me. Ooh. Yeah, so this sort of style for the sides, but then that sort of style for the roof. So I'm going to want a lot of dark wood. I don't think I've got any. I pretty much used it all doing that roof alone. Any that I had, so I'm going to have to farm a lot of me pine trees. And I don't know whether I might use the dark wood in the centre bits there, or I might stick with the oak. I might start with the oak, and then with the pine roof, and see how that ends up looking. And if it sucks, then I can change it out. I'll be able to tell early enough. But as I at this stage haven't farmed all that wood, I think all we're going to be able to do is start laying out where we're going to want some stuff. Eagle-eyed of you may have spotted. Let's just make a load of bricks. May have spotted some cats. Look at this. I'll zoom in. 3. There was 5 there before. Just stood there, just going like, where is the jungle? It's right in front of you. Go on, get out of it. I hate cats. Get out of it. Go on. Good. 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 Ah. I meant to miss then. I'm not a monster. Alright, so first of all, this area. No stone. We'll leave that. This area here, I decided with the shape of it being quite nice and that, and with the way I've gone around with this road, this will be, because if I'm cutting through from this area to the wool, to the fuller wool, this will be the path I take. I'll be going through this area. This bit just kind of seemed nice and central. So this bit, I'm thinking we're going to make a nice little park out of that. And depending how we get on today, we might get onto that. Depending how stuck I get with laying out my buildings, pretty much. Now, first of all, this area here. This is going to be, in fact, for this area, we're just going to make up a sign there, or 3 signs. God damn it! Every time I want one sign, when it only made one sign doing that, you were always like, God, that's expensive. And now I always forget it makes 3, and I just want 1. Anyway, we're going to lay down a sign here, and we're going to mark this off as super secret project area. Tantalizing. Oh, it can't be too big, can it? It's just going to be in this area. What could it be? What could it be? I don't think you'll ever guess. And I'll warn you now. I mean, I'm kind of putting the onus on myself putting that sign there, but I have plans for what's going to be here. But it may be quite some time before it comes to fruition, that one. It is part of a large project which I have in the back of my mind. Right, so that's 2 areas accounted for without placing a block. Unless you count the sign as a block. But then, for this area, okay, this bit here, that's too small to do anything with. So what we're basically going to have, and we want a nice lead back, like we did, you know, with that building there, it's away from the road, like with all of these, 1 or 2 blocks just away from the road, and that just gives you the flexibility to like come out with a bay window like that, but to have the greenery around the outside of it as well. So and this area I'm gonna want, this is gonna be a little shop type area, I'm thinking. So we probably want a corner there. Got a few torches. I won't worry about lighting up the whole area just now. Oops. Boom. I have been using just a plain Unbreaking 3 pick as well, but I broke out the old efficiency one for the video. You know, I don't like using standard tools if I can avoid it on video. And how far back does it want to come? That's probably okay there. It's always good to have a border around the buildings, because if you push everything right to the edge, you decide you want to add something and it just goes nowhere. And oh, night is falling. There you go. We've done all of that. That's a day's work. While I run, see, look at this. Look at this route. Bosh, sideways, swipe, turn, and we're in without stopping. That's beautiful. Yes, I know a new Optifine version's available. God damn. Okay. Oh, I will mention as well while we're heading back, I apologise if you can hear any sort of odd noises or creaks in the background coming through. I've got the decorators in. That's not a euphemism, actually have. So yeah, just friend of a friend, doing the redecorating for the baby's bedroom, and whoa, up and down. Yeah, and I'm getting him to redo the bathroom as well while he's at it. Let's see if that comes across that way. Do I want to make this multiple shops? Ooh, I hate recording unprepared. I just feel like I have no idea what's going on. Let's see, if that comes out that way, that'll give us a little area there. And then you could actually have this. Oh, this is almost developing like to an entrance. Into here. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So that will probably come across there. Or does now. Let's give ourselves a bit more room. There we go. Now that's a sizable building actually by itself, isn't it? And then here, this will want to be offset as well. Oh, damn! Keep misplacing. I've not been drinking. It's too early in the day. Let's see that one there, and then one here as well. Space or two in between. Yeah, just kind of coming back like that. Not everything in line. That's what I've been trying to avoid, because I'm so kind of OCD about this stuff. That's just going to be a nice small one. That's what she said. Because I tend to be so OCD about stuff. It gets to the point where just everything's lined up, and it makes me feel comfortable because it's neat, but then it just really doesn't look so good. Just knocking out all my lighting here. See, then this one can actually come in behind. I'll leave a little gap there, and that's just an entrance way. This one can come in behind this one. Lovely. There we go, and that leaves, I'm feeling like an opportunity for, so an entranceway, let's see, you know, like an entrance there, That one can just be, yeah, an entrance there. This one could have a double door entrance, as this is a bigger room, for example. Now you'll notice I'm placing all of these blocks above the lay of the land here, and this will be floor level. It's going to be, you know, like what we did with that one, where you're stepping up into here, and this will be the floor. Oh shit! Sorry. This will be the floor level. So we'll have steps. You know, we'll have step areas here, which is see, that's another reason you want space in between the road and the building. Because yeah, that's another thing I've tended to do in the past as well that I'm trying to get away from, is just everything's just on flat one level. So trying to use height as another design tool for these ones. So okay, so this section here, a little sort of promenade of shops, and these will house what I discussed before. You know, like well, gravel, dirt, standard blocks. You know. Pretty much, I think. Then a park area here, super secret project there, and then we need to get on to what accounts for the main sort of topic of the area, if you like. See, this is developing almost, you know, almost like things do in real life. You know, you'll have an area of housing, you know, and there'll be a little park, and there'll be a few shops in there, you know, normally like a post office and a news agent, something like that, you know, not necessarily a place that just sells soil, as this is going to be, but hey, it's Minecraft, we can't be completely realistic. Don't flame me about that again, you know who you are. Right, so, and then this time, we just want a row, just simple, nice, simple houses. In fact, you know what? Along here, because this is going to be the edge of the city, along here, these can have a nice front garden, I think. So we could say, let's give them a nice drop back as far as there. I think that will give me opportunity to have some little front gardens, you know. That'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a row of just ones that are all the same, because we're going to go for it's going to be good looking in terms of its uniformity along this row. So that will be what you could have: steps there with a doorway, then a window there, pane, and the edge of the building. Edge of the building, wood, doorway, wood, window, wood, edge of the building. That's more like it, I think. Actually, that's quite wide, isn't it? That's not going to leave room for many of these. Might want to be more compact than that. Edge of the building, doorway, wood, window, wood. Oh, it's not too off. Not too off, so that'll just be 5, won't it? A space of 2 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will probably bring us, yeah, to pretty much the edge of the area here. I'll leave this bit kind of exposed. Might need to figure out something to put just here. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. 4 more buildings there. Yeah. No need for a back garden. I think the front garden will give us the effect. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along, just so they're not too square. Let's make them slightly longer than they are wide. Yeah, that works. Beautiful. Alright, let's make up some more bricks here. You can see how I've been getting through so much stone. This stone that you see here in my inventory, that's it. I don't even have any spare cobble now. I've got, well, actually, tell a lie, I've got about 20 stacked down in the mine. Spare cobblestone. Plain cobblestone. That's going to be right, isn't it? Yep. So there's going to be very little inside these buildings, really. Eventually, it will be nice, you know, to have a city that not just looks nice as you walk through it, but actually is fully furnished as well. So it is my intention to furnish these buildings at some stage. But whether that will be during the build of this area or whether that's something I come back to at my leisure is another matter. Alright. Do I have any steps on me? I have 4 stairs, that will do. So we're going to have one there, and that will inform me when I come back to this as to where everything's going to go for these bits. And you know what? I'm desperate for inventory space back at the... oh, sugar snap peas. Desperate for inventory space back at the palace. So, oh, look at that run. Dink, dink. And we're in. It's beautiful. So I could do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pop my silk touch back safe. And 8. I bet there's signs in there. No, there isn't. Yeah, see, I've got plenty of jungle wood. So I've got plenty of wood for making, you know, doors, signs, that sort of thing. But I don't want to use this red jungle wood for my, for the buildings themselves. And, oh, it's a good job I'm back at that. In fact, I'm actually back at the house at the right sort of time of day. There we go. One more sleep should take us through to the end of the episode, I believe. Oh, you know what? Superior secret project area. Right there. Cryptic. Oh dear. Right, that back in there, and there we go. We'll just clear up some chest space by placing some doors where they're gonna eventually be. Oh, with the lag there. Don't know if you felt that. Anyway, we're gonna have one there. I don't think this will do anything for the villagers just yet. Not until I actually complete these buildings a little more. Let's see what we're going to have. Oh well, I can put in, put those back in. There we go. There. Couple more doors. One there. One there. And the last one just there. I thought they went to double doors automatically. Maybe you have to power them or something, I don't know. Right, there we go. How'd you like that? That is why I'm an LPer. Here we go. It's just layout at this stage, you know. Like I say, this area is going to look good by virtue of its scale and uniformity, rather than the you know, something phenomenally you know, innovative in each individual building. You know, this is just going to be, you're going to have a nice row of housing there that all looks the same. That sort of comforting feel, such as you would get from a, you know, a nice suburb in a nice area, anywhere really. Okay, so, well, that's going to be the general idea, and then we're going to have, there might be something just here, because of this is kind of on its own. I'm not sure whether that's going to be more housing around here. I'm just going to have a little... Oh dear. Dog, be quiet. Little son of a... Right. Yeah, so we might have a building here that's of some kind of different nature. Not 100% sure. This area around here is almost surely going to be purely housing. And like I say, what we are thinking at the minute is we're going to have another road that cuts across, so roughly about, damn it, roughly about here, and then that will give us room for another couple of rows of houses, I reckon, along here. So like I say, we can't lose sight of the fact that a large purpose of this area in terms of the functionality to the city is that it provides plenty of doors for all the little villagers to mingle about and make sure that the population stays at a consistent level. Even if some get killed, I want there to be enough doors about that they're going to breed back up again. So all of these we're going to have, they're going to have back doors. We might have like double back doors. I don't know. They're going to try and be very functionally efficient as well. Right, how are we doing for time? We got a few more minutes, so what I might just do then is pop back round here, and let's pick up some iron. A chunk, can be neat about it later. Let's use a whole bunch. Should give us a stack here. Okay. We'll come up here, and what we'll do is we'll mark off the edge of the park area as well, which is this one here, isn't it? Don't want to leave greenery around the edge. I think I'll do it right to the edge here, because I don't find the iron bars too intrusive at all. This will be key though. Do they look okay going around there? Oh, they look spot on, don't they? They just look absolutely spot on. Good lad. Get rid of that one. All the way around the edge. And I'll worry about putting in an entrance or two afterwards. The only thing I haven't decided 100% is what's going to go in the middle here. One part of me is just thinking a nice little park sort of area like what we have down there. So, put in some bushes, flowers, maybe a small pond. Another part of me is thinking, how about a nice big water fountain? I'd want it to be at least 2 layers. I don't just want one. I'd want it to maybe come down and then come down again. So you'd need, let's see, for it to come down once you'd need a 9 square area. For it to come down again you'd need that size area. And there is probably just enough room to have a water fountain here with like 1 cascade, so it comes down and it comes down into a pool at the bottom. There's probably enough room for that, and I kind of like that idea, but that's, like I say, the area is probably only just big enough to do that, so it wouldn't leave much room for greenery. I'll tell you what. Tell me what you think in the comments. What would you like to see in the centre area here? I'll take some input on this one. I'm recording this today, and I should be uploading it today as well, so your comments will be relevant to me the next time I come to record. In the meantime, prior to the next episode, I'll carry on doing what I'm doing here, laying out the areas for this whole section of the city here. And as I say, you will build this area up with me. You're going to be pretty involved in this build, rather than me just coming back, next episode and ta-da, it's all done. I want to involve you people a little bit, and you people. That sounded so derogatory, didn't it? Yeah, you lot. Involve you lot. Anyway, yeah, I want you to see this whole area develop. And like I say, if you can picture it as I can picture it, let's once again pillar up here a little bit. If you can envisage this as I envisage it, with all of these buildings in place, this whole area, it's going to be quite impressive, and we're going to start to have a real skyline to the city as a whole. I mean, if you check out just that area there, it's getting an actual skyline, do you know what I mean? So it's building up slowly, we are getting there. And it's very exciting. Right, so, well, I think that'll do it for this episode. So, as always, I was going to kill that cat, but I think he sensed my anger. Yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Ashes101, and I will see you next time.